Hey everyone. So Easter got me thinking. And I've been thinking about, what was Jesus known for when he was on this earth, and what should we be known for? What should characterize us as Christians, as disciples, as followers of Christ? And when I read through the life of Christ, and I read through the life of the apostles and the early disciples in the early Christian church in the book of Acts, the one thing I see as an overwhelming majority of what we should be characterized as is grace. I think, everything comes back to grace. What makes the Christian religion different than all of the other religions claiming to be true is the grace. It's all about grace, meaning every other religion, it's all about working hard and about, proving yourself and earning either religion or earning God or earning enlightenment or earning salvation or earning heaven. It's all about work. It's all about what do I do so that by the time we get whatever the religion, whether it's ultimate peace or nirvana or whether it's, heaven or whatever we're seeking to attain, at the end of the day, in every other world religion, it's all about what can I do on my own effort. But with Christianity, it's completely flipped upside down where it's not about us at all, meaning there's nothing we can do at all. It's all about what Christ has already done. And in fact, nothing we can do can even add to what Christ has done or repay him for what he's done. And so when I look at that and look at the fact that Christ's life was characterized by grace, and we should be characterized by grace, I then have to ask the question, are we characterized by grace? And unfortunately, a lot of times that is not the word that people would use to describe followers of Jesus Christ. You ask the world, what do they think of Christians? A lot of times they think they're judgmental, hypocritical, condemning, because a lot of times they are. Unfortunately it's true. And I think the problem is, in Romans, Paul talks about, the Roman church was using grace as a license to sin. The Roman church was saying, well, because God's going to forgive us, we could just go on sinning and God can go on forgiving us. And Paul says, that's insane, that's not how it works. And I think sometimes we're so afraid that if we continue to show grace to people, that they're going to abuse it and they're going to take advantage of it and they're going to use that grace as a license to sin. So what we accidentally do, I don't think this is intentional, but what we end up doing is we take it too far to the other extreme, and then we end up showing no grace. And we end up coming across as very harsh and legalistic and not showing forgiveness, not showing grace, not showing compassion for people. And so I think that it's, something that we all need to work on and say, are we characterized by grace? That should be our biggest defining feature as believers should be the grace that we show others, because such amazing, overwhelming grace has already been shown to us. I mean, think of it. It says, when we were yet sinners, when we were enemies of God, he sent his son to die for us. You can't be shown much more grace than that. I mean, when we were at the lowest of the low, God reached out to us and did the greatest act of love that anybody can do. And for us to not turn around and show the same amount of grace to other people, it's sad. And so I just want to encourage you today, just be rejoicing in how much grace the Lord has shown you, and rejoice in the life that God has given you. But also use that to fuel your grace for others and show others grace, show others compassion. Give others the benefit of the doubt, and let us not be known by our rules and legalism and by our harshness and our criticism, but let us be known by our love. Let us be known by the grace and the mercy that we show others, whether they deserve it or not. So that's the message I wanted to share today, just what God's been laying on my heart. I hope you're all doing well. And again, I hope this touches you. And again, I know that this is something that I'm going to work on, and I just pray that we can all be known by our grace.